What's up, guys? I am going to show you the easiest and the quickest way to fix your Nova X from auto firing. So this started happening to me pretty recently, and it happened right after one of my pods started leaking. Actually, it was just a defective pod and just ended up started leaking into the reservoir. So the quickest and easiest way to do this is to just take off the front plate. So I went through a lot of trial and error myself of taking, the back and the front, and I basically took the whole thing apart. That's completely unnecessary. You don't need to do that whatsoever. All you need to do is get something relatively sharp. Tweezers, screwdriver, even a razor blade worked pretty well to at least pry up this casing. So there's going to be a little bit of glue here that's going to want to stick it. Mine's a little loose because I already started prying it up. But once you get that, you're just going to go ahead and pull that off. So there is two little slots down here, right here and right here, where they are plastic pieces that are going to snap, but it's not going to affect your vape whatsoever, putting the case back on whatsoever, because you have these little side clips on the front casing itself. So once you have the front casing off, the easiest way to do this, so your problem lies right here in this part. This is the little reservoir, where the atomizer really starts doing its thing. So what happens is when your pod leaks, or after just a while of use, is so you have right down in here. So this juice from a leaking pod actually ends up coagulating right here. So once you open yours up, you're gonna see just a pile of juice. And here, I'm going to show you really quickly the easiest way to get in there and just take this piece out. So you want to watch out for some of these wires. You don't want to be cutting them or, putting gashes in the insulation. That's a no-no already. And what I'm just going to do, come in here with tweezers. I'm just going to slightly apply pressure, making sure that I'm not hitting any of these other wires and, serrating them and therefore causing a short. Just gonna go in here for a second, and boom, there it is. Once you get that, mine is all clean currently. I just fixed this. But once you get in here, right in here, there's going to be a pile of juice, and that is your problem in itself. So that is reading this little atomizer, this little sensor on the motherboard, and telling it to continue to fire. And you don't want that, obviously, because it's going to burn out your coils. It's going to just piss you off, like it did to me, or your vape keeps auto firing afterwards. So best thing to do is get in there with a Q-tip originally and just soak up as much as the juice as you can. So once you get that part done, what you're going to do is either take some sort of, just either blow in with your mouth pretty aggressively to get the rest of the juice to pop out in the front here. You clean that up with a Q-tip. As well as this little fabric part on the back. You're going to want to let that dry for a little bit, so I recommend pulling this out, letting it sit for about 5 to 10 minutes even after you've cleaned the juice out of here. And then if you have an air compressor, it would be awesome. That's what I ended up doing, is taking an air compressor and blowing this whole section out. And what's going to happen is a lot of that extra juice is going to end up coming out right here, and you're just going to, grab a Q-tip and swab it up. And then after you do this, so this is all good and set, you can actually still hit your vape. You can turn it on, everything. You can check to make sure. Though, if you are going to hit your vape, make sure this circular piece is back in so that it's touching the sensor here. Other than that, you've pretty much fixed your vape. It's not going to auto fire. It will hit now, and any problems that you had with the Nova X is now pretty much eradicated. And then just, do the same thing going backwards. So mine's all set. I've already let it dry for about 5 to 10 minutes, as well as cleaning the excess juice from this circular part. So now you're just going to gradually take this, grab your thumb, boom, just give it a little pressure, not too much. And that's it, you're done. All you gotta do, come back over here, boom, boom, Your case is back on. Put your pod in. No more auto firing. Stay classy.